Hello family. Today we're gonna do some center cut pork chops and we're gonna put them in the oven. I hope everyone's had a great day today. So let's get started with our seasoning. We have this pan here, nice and clean, and this is what we're gonna use. So let's start out with a little sea salt and 12 dashes of the sea salt, and we're gonna work it around in our meat like so. Then we have some soul food seasoning. That's 12 dashes, and we'll work it around in our meat. Here we have a little chili powder. This is optional. Okay. And we'll just work it like so. So if we work this really well, you know, it should, let's do this. There we go. Just a little more. That should season each and every piece. Now we have a little oregano. About 10 dashes of the oregano. And family, here we go with this black pepper. I might have to step away. Okay, that's about 7 dashes of the pepper, like so, like so. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is take this paper towel, open up this garlic, and I'm gonna take our spoons here, and this spoon is, let's do it like this, family. This is 1 teaspoon. So we're gonna put a teaspoon of this garlic in, like so. Set that to the side, put our top back on it. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel, family, and hit that like button. So now you see what we have going on here? You can see your garlic. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're going to put it in this pan like so. Smells good, family. And I hope everyone's day is going well. Here we go. Like so. Just put in the pan the way you want. You know. Here we go. Another one. Okay, let's do this. We'll squeeze another one. So when I washed this meat, family, rinsed it off well, I drained it, you know, so that we didn't have any water in our bowl at all. Okay. So I can take the gloves off. Step over here. Take the gloves off. And what we're going to do now is we're going to put this in the oven. So we're going to cover it, okay? So let me show you this again so you can see how it looks. There you go. You can see your garlic, you know. And I think what we'll do is let's sprinkle a little bit of this soul food seasoning on top, like so. Okay. So we're going to seal it up in this pan, and we're going to put it in the oven. And the oven has been preheating for about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and it's on 325. So let's put it in the oven, like so, and we're going to come back and check it in a few seconds. Okay, family, our meat has been in the oven for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let's check it. Looks good. Now, let's see here. Take this out. Okay. What I did is I let this cook for, my attention was pushed that back a little bit. There you go. I let this cook for 30 minutes, and it was covered with the aluminum foil. Let's get our laugh in. Any kind of aluminum foil will do. Doesn't necessarily have to be Reynolds. This is great value. I do not work for Walmart, but you get this at Walmart. And, you know, it's cheaper. And it's just as strong and sturdy, I should say. So we got that out the way. Okay, so our center cut chops are looking pretty good. As I said, I let them cook for 30 minutes. Then I poured the excess juices off. I covered it back up and put it back in the oven for another 30 minutes. Then what I did is I took it out, uncovered, and stuck it back in for 15 minutes. So we got this little light brown going on here. And if we take a little fork, look, see how that peeled apart? So it's tender. Now what we're gonna do is, I have some barbecue sauce here, and we're gonna take some spicy, we'll move that over, some spicy brown mustard. And we're gonna put that in our 4 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. And then we're going to stir it. So that's about a tablespoon of spicy brown mustard. This is Gouden's. Use any brand you like. Okay, so we stirred that up, and we're just going to drizzle it like so. We're going to do our drizzling first over each chop, like so. Okay. Now once we get that done, we can spread it, you know, across the top. Use the same spoon. We don't have to use a brush. And take the rest, put it down in the pan like this. Now, by us pouring that excess oil off at the 30-minute mark, right now we have about a teaspoon, I would say, of oil from the meat in here. We're going to put this back in the oven for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to talk about this. Take this. Okay, put this over here. Okay. What I did while we were waiting for that meat to get done, the center cut chops, I opened up 2 cans of, let me show you, French style green beans. Great value. Can't beat it. Under $1. Two cans. I also opened up a can of great value potatoes. These were whole potatoes. So I sliced those. And then what I did, 4 tablespoons of mild jardinera inside this. Okay? And this is Tustin Garden. You can get this from Aldi. So, this has been simmering over here, and you can see what we got going on there. You have your carrots in here, you have some celery in here, you know, you have some peppers. So you can't beat this as an addition. Put that in there. We're going to put this back over here. I turned that eye off. And what we're going to do is we're going to give this meat about 10 minutes. Okay, family? Family, it's time for us to get our meat out of the oven, our center cut chops. So let's do this. Okay. Yep. Looks good to me. Okay, here we go. This is what we have, family. So let's plate some of this and go over this recipe, okay? There we go. Gonna take one. because it's just me right now at the house. Okay, and then let's take our, do this. I have to be mindful because even though this handle, I'm gonna do this. Gonna do this for now. Even though this handle does not get hot, and that's not gonna work. Let's go the way I should have want. I should always use this oven mitt. So there we go. So here we have our potatoes and our French string beans. There we go. Put this back over here. And it's going to get us a roll with this. Have us a nice croissant. Give me 1 minute, family. Here I am. I'm sorry about that. But this is what we have here. So, looks pretty good to me, family. Looks pretty good. Let's go over this. Okay, so here it is. Okay. What's the deal with this? Okay, here we go. So what we started out with was to the side, a pack of thin center cut pork chops. And we had 2, 4, 6, 8 in the pack. This cost $6.64 at Aldi's. The boneless center cut pork chops. Okay, rinse the hands off. So we washed those well, and we seasoned them. So let's go over our seasonings. There we go. There we go. We had sea salt, and we put a few dashes of this. So we counted our dashes throughout our video. Any brand you prefer. Black pepper, few dashes of this, and we counted any brand. We have our oregano, about 10, 11 dashes, any brand. And then we had some chili powder that we sprinkled on our pork chops. And at the end, we put soul food seasoning, and we also had some minced garlic that we used. So that was a pretty good situation, our minced garlic. Now, if you put the minced garlic on this, and once you cover it up with your aluminum foil and put it in the oven, when it starts heating up, you're going to smell that garlic. So it'll kind of dissipate over time. But if you can't handle it, you don't have to put the garlic on it. You can omit that. So as I said, we put foil over it, put it in the oven, let it cook for 30 minutes. So I had the timer set, and I went there, and then what I did, we had a lot of juices. So I poured some of the juices off, put it back in the oven for another 30 minutes. And then I went there, checked it out. I uncovered it then and put it back in the oven. So you can put it back in the oven for an additional 10 to 20 minutes. Take it out. You can drain whatever liquid is on there. Usually it's about a tablespoon of liquids from the meat at that point. You can drain that off. And then I mixed some sweet brown sugar barbecue sauce. Any brand will do. And I used some spicy brown mustard. So I had like 4, for this, 8 pieces here. I had 4 tablespoons of the barbecue sauce and then a tablespoon of the spicy brown, and I mix that. So then I put it on one side and I put it in the oven. So at 10 minutes I checked it, and what I did is I put some on the other side. Now what you can do, you can add the barbecue sauce into the pan and you can move your meat around in that, and that too will cover the you know, opposite side. So that finished cooking at like 15 minutes, you know, it was, you know, put it back in there and then it's done. I opened up 2 cans of French style string beans, and the Great Value brand is what I used. And then I opened up a can of whole potatoes, Great Value, and I sliced those, you know, so you can cut those up any kind of way you want. And I put them over there on the oven in the pot, and I let those cook until they, you know, came to a boil. And then I opened it up and I got the jardinera. Here we go with it. You can put 4 tablespoons of this in with your potatoes and your string beans. This is what I was looking for earlier when I walked over to the refrigerator. It was behind the jardinera. But this is minced garlic, and it's in extra virgin olive oil. You can buy this at Aldi's, Stone Mill, but you can use any brand you want. But as I said, family, this is what we got. I'm going to taste it for you. So I'm going to use this fork, and here we go. It's tender, so we really don't have to work hard with this. I'm not going to worry about what just jumped out of the plate. And this is because a little fat here. Fluffy, it's okay. But here we go. It's nice and tender, family. You will love it. You'll love it. So, this is what we got. Tastes good. So with that being said, and I'm a little heavy-handed with barbecue sauce. You don't have to be that heavy-handed if you don't want, you know. But this tastes good. And like I said, with that being said, family, it's about that time. And let's get with it. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I know you love me, family. And I like to say, love yourself. Always love yourself, family. That's the most important thing you can do. Love yourself. Love yourself first. And with that being said, we'll get together again soon. I'm just going to say bye for now, okay? Bye.